Hey friends, I'm going to show you how to make my award-winning chili. And I'm not kidding, I actually did win an award for this. It's so easy and so delicious, and let's get started. Now I'm going to make this one in the crock pot, but you can definitely do this on the stovetop too. We're going to add in 2 cans of tomatoes, and you can either use the diced tomatoes or stewed tomatoes, whatever you have. I will say though that stewed tomatoes have such a good flavor. I always prefer to use those over the diced. Now we're going to add in 2 cans of chili beans, and I love these Bush's beans that are in sauce. They are so flavorful. I also do like to use black beans as well. Now we're going to add in 2 cans of Hunt's tomato sauce, or whatever favorite tomato sauce you have, but I do really prefer this over using a V8 juice or something like that because it's just so much richer. Now we're going to also cut up 1 large onion, and we're also going to cut up 1 green pepper. Now I do have some green pepper in the freezer from the summer, a green and red mixture, so I did add that. We're going to put it in some olive oil on the stove, and we're going to just saute these until they start to become tender. At this point, it is good to add in some salt and pepper to these onions and peppers if you like them like that. Then we're going to add these to our crock pot. Now, if you're making this on the stove, you can definitely have 1 big pot on the stove with everything cooking and then use this frying pan on the side. I like to put it in the crock pot because then you can have it all day. And we made this for the big game on Sunday, and we had it for lunch and we had it for supper. So it was nice to keep it in the crock pot all day. Now, we're going to get our meat cooking, and this recipe calls for 2 pounds of ground beef. And if you can get your ground beef at a butcher, I'll tell you, it just tastes so much better. And here, I cook this no fat, no grease in there, not like the stuff you get at the grocery store, but really use whatever you can afford and whatever you can find. 2 pounds of ground beef. Now I'm using this Williams chili seasoning. It is my favorite, and down south I think you can find it. I'm not sure about the northern states, but we get it anytime we go down south. And then I added in some Lowry's seasoned salt. Back to the chili seasoning. Find one at the store. McCormick makes a good one. There are different ones, and just put it in there to taste, but make sure you put it in the meat because it's going to get in all those little nooks and crannies and really make that meat flavorful. That's where you want to season it, not in the pot of chili, but in the meat. Now we're going to put this in our crock pot and stir that around. Now I make sure that I cook my meat completely cooked. So when I put it in here, everything that went in this crock pot is completely cooked, and you want to know why? Because someone's going to come up to you and your family and say, "Oh, that smells so good. Can I have some chili?" The second you get this stirred together. So you want to make sure everything is cooked. So in case you have those people, it is ready. But here we go. This is after a couple of hours. It is nice and melded together. You can either cook this on high for a couple of hours or leave it on low all day. We, like I said, ate it for lunch, and then we had chili dogs for supper. I left it on warm on the counter for hours, and it was just fine. We're going to serve this up. My husband loves it with cheese and sour cream. He likes to dip Fritos in it. Like I said, we had leftovers on chili dogs for the night. It's a perfect game day food, perfect Super Bowl food. Try this recipe. You will love it, and it's so, so easy in the crock pot. Thanks for watching.